the archive of forbidden knowledge, a deep dive into the hidden truths of our world. Welcome to Wisdom in Pages, where we break down the most compelling and thought-provoking ideas from literature, philosophy, and history. Today, we explore an essay that doesn't just challenge what you know it, questions whether you were ever meant to know it at all. Imagine stumbling upon an obscure corner of the internet, a place where history hasn't been rewritten but erased, where myths aren't legends but forgotten truths, where knowledge isn't just power, it's dangerous. This is the archive of forbidden knowledge, an essay that doesn't just inform, it tests you. Introduction: the descent into the unknown. It all starts with a simple click. A video, an article, an idea that feels slightly off, like it knows you're watching. The thumbnails glow like forbidden invitations, leading you deeper into a labyrinth of unsettling truths. At first, it seems like an ordinary exploration of history, philosophy, and human nature. But then a pattern emerges. This isn't just an essay. It's a gateway, and the deeper you go, the harder it becomes to turn back. The archive is built on 4 unsettling lessons, each one stripping away illusions we've been conditioned to believe. As you progress, the question becomes, can you handle the truth, or will you turn away? Lesson 1: fear is the first gatekeeper. The first test is fear, because the truth isn't just hidden, it's actively protected. Not by vaults or locks, but by discomfort of confronting reality itself. A war waged not with weapons, but with ideologies, art, and silence. Paintings so disturbing they were hidden from the world. The true purpose of exorcisms, not as supernatural battles, but as societal control mechanisms against ideas too dangerous to name. The archive forces you to see horror, not in the supernatural, but in the real forces that shape our perceptions. The lesson: if you're afraid to look, you'll never see. Lesson 2: truth is not what you think it is. What if everything you've been told is a carefully curated version of reality? The second lesson in the archive dismantles the comforting illusion that history is objective. Nietzsche reinterpreted not as a nihilist, but as a prophet of self-reinvention. Cannibalism not as depravity, but as an act of noble survival. Robin Hood not as a hero, but as a criminal whose legacy questions the very nature of justice. We accept the stories we are given, but the archive whispers who benefits from you believing them. Lesson 3: once you see, you cannot unsee. Some knowledge changes you forever. The third lesson is the hardest, not just because it reveals uncomfortable truths, but because it forces you to carry them. Ireland's unfinished revolution, proof that some battles are never truly over. Van Gogh's suffering, romanticized in death, ignored in life. Why do we glorify madness in artists while ignoring the systems that drive them to despair? The island of witches, evidence that what we call mythology might just be history buried under layers of disbelief. The archive doesn't just give you information, it forces you to decide what to do with it. And that leads to the final test. Lesson 4: the final choice. Now you know. Now you see. The question is, what will you do? The archive has one last unspoken lesson. Knowledge isn't passive, it's a burden. The moment you open this door, you take on the responsibility of what's behind it. Do you dismiss it as a curiosity? Do you pretend you never saw it? Or do you accept the weight of knowing and step forward, even if it changes you forever? conclusion do you dare to know? The final words of the archive are not a statement, but a challenge. Will you look away? Or will you embrace the unsettling, the unknown, the hidden truths of our world? History has always belonged to those who dare to ask questions. The question now is, do you?